seat you by the fire. Listen, listen, there's something I must confide. I know I said that it'd be fine. I know I made it look like it'd be alright, but I think I learned my lesson, and I'm not gonna let you out of my sight. You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to the light. And it might taste bitter when you're answering to God. You can call me killer as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time. You won't get away.
Hey guys, so today was Delt Day, one of my favorite days. It really should be chest and delts, but I decided to forego the chest just because, I don't know, I just didn't do it. I was pretty whooped after just doing the delts part, and chest, the only thing it really was, to be honest with you, it was gonna be some incline dumbbell press, incline flies, and some dumbbell hex presses. So I just didn't do them, and I went ahead and did 30 minutes of moderate cardio on the elliptical instead, just because right now I want to try to drop some more weight because I have a photo shoot coming up in like 29 days, something like that. And then right after that I have the cruise, and I want to be in bikini shape by then as well. So I have quite a bit of fat that I want to lose between now and then. So I have 4 weeks, and I would like to lose 10 to 12 pounds in 4 weeks. So we'll see if that's possible or not, but that's my goal right now. I had a rough day today, I won't lie. So our operations manager at work decided to give my dock team, if you don't know, I'm a dock manager for a retail company, and our operations manager, since Valentines here, decided to give my team 30, one of those big boxes of 30 of the big chocolate bars, like Butterfingers, Reese's, Baby Ruths, all that stuff. And I'm sitting here going, ugh. And she left it on my desk. And of course my team's not in until Thursday, because that's when we have our next truck. So they're just sitting there staring at me. And I'm like, ugh, it's miserable. Mine never matter, because Butterfingers and I, we're like this. Reese's and I, if I could get more than this, I would, but maybe it's, oh, there you go, it's like that. But, so I beat it though. I was like, no, you know what, I'm better than that, I'm stronger than that, and I mentally beat the chocolate. And then we went in for our executive meeting, and in the executive meeting, since it's Fat Tuesday, of all things, here comes a bunch of fried chicken, chicken wings, big O potato wedges, and some vegetables. And at first I wasn't gonna get them, but then I was like, man, they look really good. So I did indulge, and then I was saddened because it's not very wise since I'm wanting to lose weight. So I didn't beat that battle, but you know what, again, it just goes to show that everybody's gonna have their struggles. You have ups, you have downs, and it's all a mental game is what it was, because I wasn't even hungry. That's the saddest part about it. I'm weak in the mind. I need to build strength there. But anyway, back to today. Other than that, I did fine. I had leftover shrimp, healthy shrimp scampi that I made for dinner last night. I had that for my morning snack. And then for my breakfast, I had my oats and eggs. So I was good there. Anyways, today's routine, like I said, was chest and delts, but I just did delts. So I started out with, you should be doing some Smith overhead presses, but I decided to utilize my Body Solid machine, and I was so awkward. I haven't done them on that machine before, so I was like, they're a little bit too low to be able to get up, so I have to like pick it up with two hands, hold it here, flip it here, and then be able to go. And that was just so much work. And so I ended up having to get my husband in here for the last set, because you're supposed to do 4 sets of 6, and I did 15s, 20s, 25s, and then I did 35s for my last set. And the last set, like I said, I had to get him, and when he came in here, he goes, well, why didn't you put it all the way down and then flip your handles? I was like, duh. So now I know for next time how to do it, and then I won't need him to be a spotter. Because I could have gone up before, but I didn't want to go ask for help. I'm one of those people that does not like to ask for help. And so I didn't want to go ask for help, but I ended up giving up. But I will have to do it next time. I'll just have to remember to flip the handles. Live and learn. It's first time. And then after that, I went ahead and I did seated lateral raises, and you want to do them super slow and super controlled. So you need to go a little bit lighter in your weight because you don't want any movement, and you really want to keep your back against the bench. So have it seated straight up. And you're doing 4 sets of 8. I used 10, 12, 12, 12. I was really teetering with the idea if I wanted to go up on the last set, up to 15s. But again, I really wanted to concentrate on my form. So I decided to just stick with the 12s for the last ones. And I'm glad I did. It gives me somewhere to go next week too. So next week I'll try to go up for 15 on the last one. Front overhead plate raise, and then you superset it with the rear delt flies was the next move that we do. I used a 25-pound plate, and I did a set of 10 plate raises, followed immediately by 10 with a set of 12-pound dumbbells for my flies. And again, you want to do it a slow, controlled. You don't want to like do a whole lot of movement like this and cheating. So you want to kind of do more of a strict movement with it. So again, that's front overhead plate raises. You're doing 3 sets of 10 total, but you're supersetting it with 3 sets of 10 for the rear delt flies. And then the last move for the day was the upright row with a straight bar. So I used my Olympic size bar that I have back there. And you're only doing 3 sets of 8. The first one I just did the bar, then I added some 5s, and then I added 10s on top of it. So I ended up using 15s on each side at the end. And I actually went up instead because it was a little bit too light. So the first set I did 8 with just the bar. Then I did a set of 10 with my 5-pound plates on it. And then the last one I ended up I did 10 pound plates, but only the 8 reps. So I had to go down to my reps because that was good. And again, on my upright rows, I think I've said this before when I was doing my gym routines, but if you grip the bar wider, almost where if you look at your bar, there'll be a smooth part on your bar. If you put your middle fingers on that smooth bar, that should line you up to where you have more of a wide grip. And then when you come up, concentrate on keeping your elbows up and your wrists down, your knuckles down. And when you do that, you're gonna work more of the outside of your shoulder and less of your trap area. To where if you do it more of a closer, sometimes you'll tend to utilize your traps a little bit more. So I do that, and it really helps to give me more rounded shoulders because that's where I'm kind of lacking. I have nice front shoulders, but I guess that's from doing, I don't know, flies and push-ups and stuff. But for some reason, I'm having trouble rounding them out. So I really want to be able to round them out a little bit more. And I think they'll round out once I start losing some weight because I am carrying a little bit of body fat in my arms. I always have. So, but that was my workout for today. And then, like I said, I followed it up with 30 minutes of just moderate, steady cardio on my elliptical. I'm not looking to do any HIIT cardio right now or anything like that. I might start doing that once we get a little bit closer. If I'm about 2 weeks out, maybe. We'll see where I go. We'll play with it. It'll depend what the scale says. But like I said, right now, I started my cut, and actually like really started it last week. And so last week I went from 142 down to 136. So that's a good weight loss for my first week, I think. But I'm hoping to see that again this week, but I don't know. After Super Bowl Sunday and then Fat Tuesday, I'm really not on that wagon. I think I'm probably putting all my weight that I lost last week back on this week. But it just goes to show that if you really narrow in, like if I'm just taking this week out of the picture, it just shows if you really narrow down your food and you stick to your nutrition plan and you meal prep, and you're getting in your workouts, that you'll be able to lose the weight pretty easily. I first anyway. They knew how to plateau and they don't get frustrated. You need to change some things around, but that's just part of it. Anyway, thanks for following along, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today's workout. Again, feel free to follow along. Let me know how you're doing with it. And we'll catch you tomorrow. I think tomorrow is arm day. Again, not something that I'm really too concerned about, but gotta keep them shapely. Need some shapely arms. If your arms are shapely, then the rest of you will fall into place. That's what I say anyway. Good night, y'all. Bye.